The Loyal 3 and Ogerpon storyline was based on the Momotaro folktale, where a boy born from a peach teams up with a pheasant, a dog and a monkey to fight an Oni. But things are a bit twisted in the Teal mask, and by a bit I mean completely twisted. So hey, I'm not so a strainer and we're not gonna have a camera for a while since, well, I broke my leg and need to stay in bed. Editing will likely also be a bit bare bones and videos might be a bit shorter, so let me know if it works at all. But for now, where was Momotaro? Let's get into it. For a while, everyone thought we would be Momotaro and team up with Okidogi, Pheasantipede and Monkidori to beat the evil one, Ogerpon. But that's not what happened. The Loyal 3 were actually the lousy 3 and Ogerpon is the cutest thing Pokemon fans were ever graced with. So if we weren't Momotaro, then who was? Well, no one was Momotaro, at least not right now. But they have basically showed everything to us. The first time I started wondering what was going on was when they told us the Loyal 3 story. And there was something that was moving independently from Okidogi. I thought, that's strange. You can just barely make something out of it, but it has a little horn-like thing like a peach does, and it seems to have a circle and the beginning of an eye or nose. But that's not all the game had in store for us, because right at the beginning we were told something by the caretaker. If you need some items, all you gotta do is go to the shop. Peach's shop. You know, like the peach Momotaro was born from. And in that place, there's a weird plushie, one that in my DLC trailer analysis I thought was just an Impidimp plushie or something like that, but now looking at it closer, it does have the same horn and circle in the middle. It somehow fits whatever was on top of Okidogi there, and it is the same color of the chains but doesn't have them. And now, here comes the fun part. If you read the information given to you in the game when you get the quest to retrieve the mask, you find out 3 very interesting facts. Monkidori was originally a clumsy and dim-witted Pokemon, but a longing for cleverness led it to gain great wisdom. Okidogi was once a smaller and weaker Pokemon, but a desire for strength led it to gain powerful muscles. And Pheasantipede was once a Pokemon with short, dull feathers, but a wish to be beautiful led it to gain an exquisite appearance. Longing, desires, and wishes. All the things that were talked about before. The terrestrial power being able to turn your wishes real. The Paradox Pokemon, the Time Machine, everything. Something we always thought Terapagos would be capable of doing. But what if it isn't Terapagos? What if the wish-granting Pokemon is actually this Momotaro thing? Terapagos might be able to connect people, connect dreams, and we can see that when they mention you can talk to people who have passed in the Crystal Pool. Something I think Briar did, but that's a whole nother topic. And it might even make wishes come true to an extent, like the Paradox Pokemon. But Momotaro might have access to that power as well, and for whatever reason, it wants Terra Crystals. It created the chains that made the lousy 3 powerful, and that turned them evil. That put them under its command. I think Momotaro is weak and needs someone to help him. It needs some kind of host. And when it sent them, the lousy 3 after the masks, it didn't want the masks but the Terra Jewels in the masks. Why? Well, because I believe that we've met a version of this Pokemon before. One before it was altered by the Terra Crystals, and that is Glimmora and Glimmet. Just like the situation with Diancie and Carbink, I think the fact that Glimmora likely feed on or are in constant contact with Terra Crystals eventually made it so one transformed into something different. And that would be the Momotaro Pokemon. A Pokemon that gained a version of Terapagos' power, though it brings a negative consequence. The Loyal 3 became evil, eventually dying. Maybe the professors also used this Pokemon somehow and eventually they too met the terrible fate. In fact, I believe it might also be affecting Kieran right now, and that's why when Kieran punched the monument, the Loyal 3 Momotaro servants got revived in order to continue their mission. And now the Momotaro Pokemon keeps craving those Terra Crystals that gave it power. And in following Kieran, Momotaro will enter the Blueberry Academy, a place where they are studied and where Briar teaches. And we know, as she says at the end of the Teal Mask, there have been some new developments concerning the Great Crater. And she's looking for Terapagos the same way that Momotaro might be looking for it as well. Also, Kieran appears to be raising his hair in the final part of the DLC, but it looks like it is only the purple highlights. Maybe it will end up looking like a chain as well, and what we saw was the aftermath of his deal with the Momotaro Pokemon. And that is all I have for you today, the hidden legendary or mythical of the Pokémon Scarlet and Violet DLC. But what about you? Who do you think it is affecting? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch. I stream there Wednesday to Sunday, not Saturday, or join our Discord. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.